Hi everyone, this is the Nordic Venture Show, your guide to the exciting world of Nordic startups and venture capital. In today's episode, we're exploring a startup called M-Files.
Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Always fun.
Today, we're going to be tackling knowledge work automation and a platform that seems to be making waves in that space. M-Files.
Mm-hmm.
You've sent us a ton of articles, reports, even some personal notes.
Wow.
Clearly, this is something that you're really trying to get a handle on.
Absolutely.
One thing that really jumped out at me from your notes was this constant struggle with manual tasks.
Right.
It feels like you're searching for a way to reclaim your time and focus on the work that truly matters.
For sure.
So maybe M-Files can help with that.
Maybe so.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
One study that you shared highlighted just how widespread this problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, over 50% of a knowledge worker's time is eaten up by tasks that are ripe for automation. Think about your own day.
Yeah.
All those hours spent on things
Right.
computer could easily handle.
It's crazy.
So let's get right to it.
Okay.
What exactly is knowledge work automation?
Well,
And how is it different from, say, robots on a factory floor?
that's a great question.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing humans altogether,
Right.
but about empowering them.
Okay.
Imagine having a digital assistant that takes care of all the repetitive, rules-based tasks,
I like it.
data entry,
Yeah.
selling routing approvals.
Sure.
This frees you up to focus on
Okay.
the strategic, the creative,
All right.
human-centric work that truly requires your expertise.
Okay, so less about robots stealing jobs.
Yeah, right.
More about robots giving us back our time.
I like that.
All right. That brings us to M-Files.
Okay.
Their website promises to eliminate information chaos,
That's a good one.
a phrase that probably speaks to
Yeah,
anyone who's ever drowned in a sea of digital files.
for sure.
So beyond the catchy slogans,
Right.
what does M-Files actually offer?
Well, they offer a powerful suite of tools that address the core challenges of knowledge work.
Like what?
They cover everything from document management, workflow automation, to collaboration, search, and of course, security and compliance.
You know, reading through these features, one thing that struck me
Yeah,
was how much potential they have
right.
to really streamline our daily grind.
Yeah.
They talk about organizing information
Uh-huh.
based on what it is,
Okay.
not just where it's stored.
Interesting.
So instead of digging through folders for hours,
Right.
you can simply search for a keyword
Yeah.
or a client name
Makes sense.
and instantly find the document you need.
It's like having a personal librarian for all your digital information.
I love that.
Right.
When it comes to workflow automation,
Mm-hmm.
think about a process you handle regularly,
Okay.
maybe expense reports or client onboarding.
Yeah.
How much time could you save
Lots, probably.
if M-Files automated those steps,
It would be nice.
ensuring that everything moves smoothly and nothing falls through the cracks?
Definitely.
It's almost too good to be true. Speaking of things that sound too good to be true,
Okay.
their website highlights some impressive statistics.
Oh, really?
They claim a 0% increase in productivity, 0% return on investment,
What?
and 0% improvement in document searches.
Wait.
0%. That can't be right, can it?
Those numbers certainly raise an eyebrow.
Yeah.
They might be based on some specific data points.
Okay.
It's important to remember that no single tool is a magic bullet.
Right.
Successful implementation depends on factors like organizational culture, user training, and process alignment.
So M-Files can provide the tools.
Yeah,
But it's up to the organization to use them effectively.
exactly.
Okay. So tempering expectations. Got it.
Please.
I'm still curious about those case studies and customer testimonials.
Sure.
Are there any real-world examples
There are plenty.
of businesses seeing tangible benefits from M-Files?
One manufacturing company even claimed to have cut their document retrieval time
Wow.
by 90%.
That's impressive.
But as with any case study,
Right.
it's important to look beyond the hype
Mhm.
and consider the specific context.
Sure.
What works for one company might not work for another.
It seems like M-Files targets a wide range of industries.
Yeah.
Accounting, consulting, finance, manufacturing, even construction and energy.
It's a pretty wide range.
Why might these industries find M-Files particularly valuable?
Well, what's interesting is how the nature of work in certain fields makes them particularly receptive to solutions like M-Files.
Okay, like what?
Take accounting, for example. They deal with mountains of documents, strict deadlines, and ever-changing regulations.
Sure. Right.
M-Files can help them manage tax forms, financial statements, audit trails, all while ensuring compliance with industry standards.
Makes sense.
And then there's the dreaded tax season.
Oh, don't remind me.
I had to.
I can definitely see how M-Files could be a lifesaver for anyone dealing with the complexities of tax season.
For sure.
And what about consulting?
Well, consultants thrive on information.
Right.
They're constantly juggling multiple projects, clients, and deadlines, relying heavily on knowledge sharing and collaboration.
Okay.
Imagine you're a consultant, leading a team spread across different locations.
Okay.
You need to make sure everyone has access to the latest project plans, client communications, research data, all while maintaining strict confidentiality.
So it's not just about staying organized, but also about enabling seamless communication and collaboration.
Precisely.
Okay.
M-Files acts like a central nervous system for your projects.
I like it.
Allowing you to track progress, share information securely, and keep everyone on the same page.
Yeah.
It's all about empowering consultants to focus on what they do best, delivering valuable insights and solutions.
Makes sense. And from what I've seen, M-Files seems particularly well suited for industries that handle sensitive information, like finance and healthcare.
Absolutely.
You know, these sectors are under intense scrutiny when it comes to security and compliance.
For sure.
Think about all the regulations around patient data or financial transactions.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's not just about protecting information from outside threats, but also about controlling access within the organization.
Exactly.
So M-Files isn't just a productivity booster. It's also a safeguard against potential risks.
Precisely.
And that peace of mind, I imagine, is invaluable for organizations operating in those highly regulated industries.
Absolutely.
But even with all these benefits, you know, we need to remember that technology is only part of the equation.
It's true.
You mentioned earlier that no single tool is a magic bullet.
Never.
What are some of the pitfalls that companies should be aware of when implementing a solution like M-Files?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes is assuming that technology alone will solve deep-rooted organizational challenges. Right. You can't simply install software and expect everything to magically fall into place.
Makes sense.
Successful implementation requires a holistic approach, considering organizational culture, providing adequate user training, and ensuring that M-Files aligns with existing workflows.
It sounds like change management is just as important as the technology itself.
Absolutely.
And user adoption can be a major hurdle as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
People are naturally resistant to change.
Always.
Especially when it comes to how they work.
I know, it's tough.
So it's crucial to involve users from the beginning, get their feedback, and address their concerns.
For sure.
It's about bringing people along on the journey.
Yeah.
Not just imposing a new system on them.
Exactly.
And that requires clear communication, ongoing support, and a willingness to adapt and adjust along the way.
Totally.
Speaking to taking that next step, M-Files offers a free 30-day trial and encourages potential customers to schedule a demo.
That's great.
It seems like they're pretty confident in their product.
Offering a free trial is a smart move.
Yeah.
It gives potential customers a chance to kick the tires, explore the platform firsthand, and see if it's a good fit for their needs.
So if you're listening and intrigued by what you've heard, I'd say it's worth exploring further.
Definitely.
And even if M-Files isn't the right solution for your specific situation, the principles behind knowledge work automation are worth considering.
Absolutely.
How can you leverage technology to streamline your workflows, empower your team, and free up more time for strategic thinking?
Good question.
Okay. So before we wrap up, let's recap what we've learned about M-Files. It's a platform designed to help knowledge workers be more productive and efficient by automating tasks, managing documents, and improving collaboration. It offers a range of features from workflow automation to security and compliance, and targets a variety of industries.
It does.
You got it.
And while M-Files itself might not be a universal solution, the broader concept of knowledge work automation is something that all organizations should be thinking about.
Absolutely.
How can we use technology to create a more efficient, secure, and ultimately more human-centered workplace?
Those are great questions to ponder.
They are.
And I know you always like to leave our listeners with a final thought-provoking idea to consider.
I'll try.
What's on your mind today?
Well, as we embrace these powerful new tools, it's important to remember that technology is a double-edged sword.
It can be,
It can amplify our capabilities, but it can also exacerbate existing inequalities. That's true if we're not careful.
It's a crucial point.
It is.
It's not enough to simply adopt new technology. We need to use it responsibly and thoughtfully.
Exactly.
As we move into this increasingly automated future, we need to ask ourselves, how can we ensure that these technologies benefit everyone? Not just a select few. How can we design systems that promote fairness, equity, and opportunity for all?
Those are powerful questions to consider.
They are.
It's a reminder that technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or ill.
Precisely. The future of work is not predetermined. It's something we create collectively through the choices we make and the values we prioritize.
Well said.
That's a perfect note to end on.
It is.
It's been a fascinating deep dive.
For sure.
Into knowledge work automation and M-Files.
Indeed. And remember, it's not just about the technology itself, but about how we use it to create a more efficient, equitable, and ultimately more human-centered workplace.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this exploration.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to you, our listener, thanks for diving deep with us.
Always a pleasure.
We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic to explore.
Can't wait.
Until then, keep those brains buzzing. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
That we have, a responsibility to use this technology in a way that benefits everybody.
Absolutely.
Not just, a select few.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
It is a good note.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into knowledge work automation and M-Files. We've explored the potential benefits, the challenges of implementation, and the broader implications for the future of work.
Absolutely.
Really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thanks for joining me.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to you, our listener.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on this journey.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope this deep dive has given you a new perspective on the evolving landscape of work.
For sure.
And the tools that are shaping our future.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
Until next time.
Yes.
Keep those minds curious.
Always.
Thanks for listening to the Nordic Venture Show. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of innovation from the Nordics.